Alright guys, in today's video let's talk about today's LeetCode challenge surrounded regions. So this is a grid problem. It specifies us to convert all the O's to X's unless if that O and its adjacent children are in the boundaries. So for example, in the given example here, so these three O's like these two and this one are adjacent to each other in vertical and horizontal directions. So these three could be converted to X because these does not share a neighboring O. But for this guy, since it is in the boundary itself, so this can't be converted to an X. So if there is an O, for example, at right here, I guess. So if this is the given input, then you can't convert all these O's to any access because all these are adjacent to the boundary O here. Alright, so since it's a grid problem, the best way to solve this efficiently would be using a BFS pattern, which is a breadth first pattern. So what I'm gonna use is ArrayDQ in our code. You could also use few other queue implementations, but since ArrayDQ offers a better performance, I'm gonna use that here. So let's get started by getting the row and column values. So for int r is equal to board of 0 and int c is equal to board dot length and board dot 0 dot length. But you need to be careful that the board itself could be empty, so I'm gonna just add that check here. So the board is empty, then the number of columns should also be 0. Alright, so as we spoke earlier, so I'm gonna take an ArrayDQ which takes an integer as an element, because you need to record both the x and y coordinates while you're doing these graph problems, the grid problems. So you have your DQ. Also you need to be careful that you don't end up into a cycle while you're visiting a new coordinate each time. So I'm gonna create a boolean array which I'm gonna say visited, which is nothing but a new boolean of R and C. Alright, so since boolean is a primitive type, its default value is going to be false throughout the visited 2D array. Alright, so the first thing which I'm gonna do is get all the O's which are present in the boundaries, like all the O's present in the first row, in the last row, in the first column and the last column. So while iterating through the total number of columns, what I could get is the first row and last rows O's, right? So that's what I'm gonna do here. So if board of 0 I is equal to I think it should be O, right? Yep, it's equal to O, then I'm gonna add this coordinate into my DQ. Okay, so it is nothing but 0 comma. Simultaneously you could do the same thing for the last row as well. So if board of r minus 1 of I is equal to O, then I'm gonna add the of new int of r minus 1 comma. I am doing r minus 1 instead of r because since the index starts with 0 in our arrays, so this should be r minus 1, so that's the reason. So now we have done for the x-axis. So now let's do the same thing for our y-axis as well. The only thing which changes is now we are iterating through all the rows instead of columns. So while you're iterating all the rows, so the x would be the current row and this would be your first column. Again the same thing happens here as well. I would be your row, and since you're getting the last column, it's going to be c minus 1, just the same thing like how we did for the rows previously. So this would be in0, and this would be c minus 1 0. So now we have recorded all the O's which are currently in the boundaries. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna perform a breadth first search on this DQ and record all the elements which could probably be O's which can be coming up from the boundaries. Okay. So once you record those such elements, what I would be doing is converting the whole grid to all X, and then just iterate through whatever the values we have previously recorded into our visited set and change those values to be O's instead of X. So that's the idea behind this approach. Alright, so while performing the BFS pattern, you basically would iterate until the DQ is empty, right? So that's what I'm trying to do here. So this would be my current position when I remove from the DQ. Alright, so let me name that as R, which is nothing but current of 0, and C, which is nothing but current of 1. Okay, since this is a capital R, this should not be a problem for us. Alright, so this is my current coordinate. So let me quickly add it to my visited set. So visited of R comma C would be true. This states that the current position R comma C is supposed to be a O. Alright, so now we iterate through the possible directions. So let me quickly recap you that if you're currently at 0 comma 0, then if you are shifting towards your right, it's going to be 1 comma 0, right? You're shifting by 1 unit. If you're shifting left, then it's going to be minus 1 comma 0, and if you're going up, it's going to be 0 comma 1, and if you're going below, it's going to be 0 comma minus 1, right? So I'm gonna add those values into my directions array here. So what are my possible values? 0 comma 1, 0 comma minus 1, minus 1 comma 0, and 1 comma 0. Alright, so now we iterate through each possible direction. So let me just say it as each direction by looping through all the directions and get the new X and Y coordinates, which is nothing but each direction of 0 plus the current. So you're moving by the direction given X unit. So similarly you go with each direction of 1 plus C. So there is a possibility that these X and Y coordinates could go beyond the range of the grid. So for example, you're at this position and this is a O, and you're trying to go in all 4 directions, and if you go towards your right, then you're basically crossing the grid's limits, right? So I need to be careful about that, and I'm gonna add those conditions. So 0 is less than or equal to X, and X is less than R, and 0 is less than or equal to Y, and Y is less than C, and the new position should also be an O. That's the only way you could go to that position, right? So I'm gonna make a check for that as well. So it's board of X of Y is equal to O, and you should also make sure that this is not previously visited. If it is already previously visited and you don't check for that, you would probably end up into a continuous loop, and your program would be getting a time limit exception. So what I'm gonna do is check if it's not already visited, which I could do using the visited set. Alright, so if it's not already been listed, then I'm gonna add to my DQ. Okay, so now you have recorded all the possible positions of O's inside this visited array, right? So now what I'm gonna do is iterate to the whole board and converted it into all X now. So a quick way to use is arrays.fill function, which is a static function in arrays class. So I'm just going to say each row in board and say arrays.fill each row with X. Okay, so now each row would be filled with X now. Okay, now we iterate through the whole grid, which is nothing but I plus an R I plus plus if you have already recorded that this position has to have a O, then you could basically check if it's been recorded in the listed array. So if it's visited previously, then this should probably be an X, right? So that's the change which I'm gonna make now. Change would be O, right? So with that, the board should get updated, and the time complexity for the whole program would probably be order of m into n, and the space complexity would be again order of m into n, because we are using some space for our visited set, right? So time and space complexities are order of m into n. So let me quickly run this and see if we have any like the compile errors, and try to fix those and submit the solution. Looks like we don't have any compile errors and the output seems to be right. So let's see submitting it. Seems like we have a wrong answer, so let us debug why we have this. So your grid is supposed to be this. Okay, so all the 4 boundaries. So what am I getting? Oh, I'm converting this guy. Okay, I'm trying to convert this guy as well. Okay, I see what's happening. So basically this guy is getting converted, and even this guy. Okay, let's see what the issue could be. Am I adding probably? No, so this is the problem which I have seen here. So I did not add probably here, so maybe that's the reason it failed. So now let's see. So this should be R minus 1 and I, because that's the one which we're checking for. Okay. Let's see. So we have an accepted solution, and looks like we have a quite of memory usage, since we are using the visited set as well as the directions. I think you can ignore the directions because it's just 4 directions which you have, but using the visited 2D array is going to cost you more. But since it's the normal BFS pattern, and it is something which is very basic, I'm going to leave the solution and not optimize it more. but as you can see, the time complexity is still minimum, which is nothing but big of m into n. Okay, so with this I end this video, and see you guys in the next video of the daily challenge. Alright, please like, share and subscribe my video. Thank you.